Step 1, we need to identify the null and alternative hypothesis. So in the null hypothesis, we have 11 months, and in alternative hypothesis, it states in the question that can you conclude that the mean age at which all children start walking is different. So different is not equal. Now in step 2, we're going to identify the level of significance and identify if it is one-tailed test or two-tailed test. Here we have the 10% significance level, which is 0.10, and the tail test will be two-tailed test since the symbol here is not equal. Next is find the degrees of freedom, which the formula is n-1. So we're going to substitute n as the number of samples, which is 14. So 14 minus 1 is equals to 13. Step 3, we're using one sample t-test. Step 4, now we're going to compute. Our mean will be 11 months and our number of samples will be 14. We're going to identify the others by computing it. Now we're going to identify the sample mean and the standard deviation. So first, on your calculator, and then press mode, then press 3, which is stat, and 1, which is 1 minus var. So now we're going to input all our sample, which is 3 months. 3 months, 12 months, 6 months, 4 months, 8 months, 3 months, and then 4 months, 5 months, 2 months, 10 months, 9 months, 6 months, 12 months, and 7 months, which is equals to 14. Next is to press on again, and then shift, and then stat, and then var, and then sample mean, and then equal sign. This will be our sample mean, 6.5. Now to get the sample standard deviation, press on, and then shift, and then stat, and then var, and then SX, which is the sample standard deviation, and then equal sign, 3.29. That will be our sample standard deviation. Next, we are using this formula, and we're going to substitute it now. Now we're going to substitute it. First, the sample mean, which is 6.5, minus the population mean, which is 11, over standard deviation, which is 3.29, over square root of number of samples, which is 14, and then press equal sign, negative 5.11. So the value will be negative 5.11. Step 5, decision rule. We will reject null hypothesis if the absolute value of t computed is greater than or equal to the absolute value of t tabular. Next is we're going to find the value of t tabular. To find the t tabular, going back to step 2, we have here 0.10, two-tailed test, and the degrees freedom, which is 13. So here in the table, we're going to find the 0.10 two-tailed test and 13. So 0.10 in two-tailed, 0.10 here, and the 13 which is here. So we have to draw an imaginary line, and here, and here. So we have 1.771. So here we substitute the values. So negative 5.11 is greater than or equal to 1.771, which is wrong. So we have to fail to reject the null hypothesis because negative 5.11 is greater than or equal to 1.771, which is wrong mathematical statement. So we're going to fail to reject the null hypothesis. So here in step 7, we're going to draw a conclusion based on step 6. So we failed to reject the null hypothesis. So the children in the Philippines start walking by 11 months.